Women are the physical manifestation of sensory perception.
Have you ever been watching a video, and by the time it's over you feel like you've become a smarter person? Well, the video we're going to be watching today is going to do the opposite, because you are about to be exposed to such high levels of stupidity that some of it is bound to rub off on you. Allow me to introduce you to the YouTube channel Nuance Now, one of the dumbest channels I have ever seen. Now, this is one of those like alpha male, sigma TikTok boys who genuinely believe that human society can be dumbed down to pack animal terms. It's pretty sad to watch. And today we are going to be watching one of his videos titled, "Women Are Not Real." God, I can't wait to see how he tries to prove this. Please subscribe.
Women are the physical manifestation of sensory perception. And in the same sense that when your senses are overloaded in any particular way, whether they're overloaded with pleasure or overloaded with pain, if your senses keep receiving that same stimulus over and over, you are not going to have as strong of a reaction to that same stimulus.
Okay, so we're hardly 20 seconds in and I'm already convinced this guy has absolutely no idea what he's saying. I'm pretty sure he just looked up a list of buzzwords and then made a script. So he believes that women are just hallucinations? Really? There's no way he's serious, right? Right?
In this same sense, being that women are the physical manifestations of this phenomenon, that is why women's value must be preserved. They can't be trusted to handle anything of greater responsibility, anything of greater importance than daily household chores and taking care of babies. Not taking care of children, taking care of babies.
Oh my god, okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So firstly, he doesn't think that women are real, yet he thinks they can do things like household chores and raise children. I don't really see how those two can work together. And then he says if they do anything other than those two, their value is diminished. Something tells me this guy has never actually been with a woman. Maybe that's why he doesn't think they exist.
Because once babies turn into children, that's when the psychological development comes into place, which far exceeds the capabilities that women are able to provide for the child.
Well, you are presenting to me a situation where there was an issue on psychological development, but it's not the one you're talking about.
But going back to the value preservation, women's value has to be preserved while a man's value has to be created. Women are born with inherent value, men are born with no value, or next to no value. They're born with the potential for value. That's why when you see a young woman who hasn't done anything with her life, nobody's going to look down on her if she doesn't want to go to college or if she doesn't want to work. Nobody's going to think less of her for not wanting to do those things.
It's crazy how all of these guys have this worldview that has been completely fabricated. Like it's just flat out not true. People judge other people for literally anything. And either way, he's just contradicting himself. He's basically saying that women should be judged for not working and not doing anything, but then turns around and says that they should only be in the house. Make up your mind.
The more experiences a woman goes through, the less value she has as a woman. And it's not just fertility either, it's also based on her ability to stay with a mate. Children are more likely to survive if the father's in the home. Children grow up much healthier and much happier and are much more successful later in life when the father is present.
This is genuinely painful to watch. I mean, to have to sit here and listen to somebody this openly idiotic? Yeah, okay, two-parent households generally raise happier children, and you're implying that the only reason that two-parent households break up is because of the woman? Are you serious?
But like I said, the more experiences, whether positive or negative, that a woman goes through decreases her value because women cannot handle the stresses or the pleasures of life.
Can you imagine actually believing this stuff? I mean, the scariest part is that a lot of people do. I mean, how do you even end up here? I'm guessing just the inability to self-reflect. This guy probably had a bunch of failed relationships, you know, likely due to the fact that he thinks if a woman has a normal life, they lose their value. You know, real forward thinking. And he can't possibly process the fact that there might be a problem with him, so he just blames it on the entire population of women.
The more stress she goes through, the more she sees the world as nothing more than a negative place.
Wait, no, hold on. This guy cannot be serious, right? He's talking about other people saying the world is a negative place? Dude, you think we're ranked on a value system? Again, no ability to self-reflect.
And I've mentioned this in a previous video, but it's because women are not able to connect with God in the same way that men are.
I'm not even gonna give my input on that comment, but I will say that it explains a lot of this thinking.
If something doesn't excite them enough, then it's not a good thing. If something stresses them out too much, then it's also not a good thing. Everything has to be new, everything has to be fresh, everything has to be exciting all the time, 100% of the time. Otherwise, it's bad. That's how women see the world.
This guy is just so unbelievably clueless that I almost feel like I'm wasting my time. Even if he did see this, nothing would get through to him. Really? Women see the world through sensory perception? Yeah. So does everything else on this planet. That's how senses work. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he just looked up buzzwords and then ran with them. I don't think he knows what sensory perception means.
They don't have an accurate lens of reality through which they see the world.
Oh my god, this should be a comedy skit. This guy saying other people don't see reality accurately? Oh my god, it's writing itself.
They just don't see reality. They interpret the quality of reality through the type of sensory input they're receiving.
If this guy says sensory perception one more time, I'm ending the video. He doesn't know what it means. Dude, everything on the planet that has a brain interprets the quality of reality through sensory perception. That's the only way we can interpret anything. That is how we get our information. There is no other way to.
That's why girls don't work out. You ever wonder why the vast majority of women don't work out? They're fortunate enough to be born with a nice looking body, and then it just wastes away. They don't work out. They could preserve their body a little bit by working out, but that's why. It's because it hurts. Working out hurts. And since women only interpret the world through sensory perception, anything that hurts is a bad thing.
I honestly have no words. I mean, this guy is literally just making stuff up as he goes. The difference in percentage of men who work out and percentage of women who work out has historically been separated by about 1 or 2%. You have nothing real, nothing concrete. You're just trying to will into existence these facts that just aren't there.
They can't handle it. They literally can't handle working out. That's how strongly this influences their mind. And just as when I was saying earlier, when a woman goes through too many negative experiences, she's not able to renew herself because women are not as connected to God. They're not able to refresh themselves psychologically. They're not able to detach themselves from the material world. There's no such thing as chakras. There's no such thing as crystals, lighting incense.
Okay, buddy. I don't really know how to break this to you, but crystals and incense? Those are definitely real things. I mean, who told this guy rocks don't exist?
But in the same sense that negative experiences traumatized them in a way that cannot be recovered from, so do pleasure experiences. If a woman has the best sex of her life with a guy, she will never be able to enjoy another man again.
Wow, so we're just diving headfirst into incel territory, aren't we? What a stupid argument, too. Firstly, that's implying that the only thing about a marriage or relationship is sex. And then secondly, if I have the best steak of my life, I can still go out and enjoy a steak. If I go on the best vacation I've ever had, I can still have a nice vacation. Plus, this is implying that once you've had your personal best of something, it can never get better. Do you not realize how stupid that is? So your favorite food and the best food you had when you were 2 years old is still the same? The best show you've ever seen, your best day, just never change? I mean, this guy has the mind of a child. He really does not understand what he's saying. Now, the rest of the video is pretty much just him saying how women can't connect to God, and how women having good sex and being taken on good dates is a bad thing, so I'm pretty sure I'm starting to piece together why nobody wants to be in a relationship with him. Well, there you have it. By far the dumbest take I've ever seen on this website. It's just sad at this point. Man, if you ever see this video, please do yourself a favor. Get some therapy. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.